Welcome back, you guys. Today we're bringing you a brand new video to teach you the easiest way to make coins right now in FIFA 23. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. We're giving away £220 worth of FIFA points in the next few days. And if we get a player worth more than 50k in this pack here, I will add an extra £30 to bring it up to 250. And of course, if you aren't around here, drop a like down below, subscribe. We've not got the player we wanted, but if you guys do want an easier way of getting some coins, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. Now, like with all other promos, the first thing you're always going to do, set the qualities of that new promo card, find the cheapest player. Now in this promo, we've got the likes of Miller. He's the cheapest one by far. You can get like 2 or 3 of them under this filter, but he's definitely going to be the one who pops up most. Now, while having a look here a minute ago, I did see there was one that came up at 14k, so some brilliant snipes available. There are not many cards available of him at 17,750, but I would say it might be a push to sell him at 18, but we are going to try for that. Now that means at 17k you'd be making about 100 coins profit. There you're looking at 350, and there you're looking at 600. So 600 coins profit is a good mark to be sat at. Now, to be fair, 16,750 making 300 coins, 350 there isn't bad at all, but we definitely would rather get ourselves a more of a higher profit there. We've missed that one probably by a millisecond there, because you get different like notifications on the sale. Like, obviously you see the bid is expired or it's gone wrong there, but the way that it's written, what on earth? I tried that 4 times, it just didn't work. But the way it's written, like the bid expired like note, that one was for you basically just missed the card. That 15k we just completely missed, but you've seen 2 snipes there. The combined total between those two, we would have made 1.2 or 1.4, I think 1.2 off the first one. And oh my god, why does that keep happening? Why on earth does that keep happening? 1.2 off the first one would have made 2.2 off the second, so that's 3k or so missed profit already. We got that 16.5 we missed there, so there's some brilliant profits to be made if you don't have butt fingers like me. Finally, we've managed to get one and not slip up. We'll absolutely take that 600 coin profit. I feel like I've worked for more profit. I'm owed a bit more, but I took a few L's there. Now for this promo, there aren't many filters, but you have got a couple. Now the next one here, you've got Angelino and Trimmel, very similar values right now, and they're pretty much the next filter that you can really do. The rest of them, because the price is so varied, I mean, if you go for the Premier League, for example, you got Isaac at 360k, Panorama at 100k, Saliba at 1.4 mil. There really isn't a lot you can do with that. Same for Liga Santander, Llorente at 1.6 mil, and then you've got Fernando at 60k. It just doesn't add up. There's not very much you can do with these filters, but we pop this one in. You're looking at about probably 30k for the likes of these guys. Now, if you pop midfielder in, you can get yourself Ali, Fernando, and is there anyone else now? Just be Ali and Fernando. So that one is an option there, but there's not a lot to it. Now, looking at this at 31, realistically, that's the point I'd say we're going to try sell this guy. Take 10% off, because it's the easiest way to just, rather than working out EA tax, when you go past like 20k, if you just take 10% off, you're making a good profit per card. And I don't know how we've done that, being that we pretty much missed the snipe there, but 28k, selling it for what, 31, we've made like a 1.5k profit, 1.4 I think at 31k. That is not bad at all. Is there many at 29? Not really. Obviously the market, oh, they've all just been listed this minute. Okay, that's fine. At 30k, oh, there's literally nothing, so we're absolutely golden there. Let's see if we can get one at 27, see if we can get like a little bit of a better snipe. Obviously Trimmel and Angelino both come up. Angelino's like 6k more, so if you get an Angelino, you're going to be making about 10k profit off of this one, which is brilliant. Very easy filter, as you can see. We've snagged one pretty quickly, and I didn't have much difficulty. Now, the only other filter with these promo cards, I had a look at forward thinking that we could get Isaac and we'd also get Sanchez. Unfortunately, Benrahma ruins that, but Benrahma and Isaac, with Isaac's price range, he goes down to 60k. So he can be found on the same one. It is worth giving it a go. I do think, obviously, you are mostly going to be looking at Benrahma's, which is okay. He's still a very profitable card to be picking up. Now, he's going for about what is basically 100k. EA tax on that is going to be 5k, so bring it down there. realistically, I would say you want to be sniping at about 91 because you're going to make about 4k profit off of that. If you sell them for 97 or 98, you're still going to make 1 or 2. And it is one of them things where, because the market value can change so much, there's a lot of opportunity for it to go up and down, especially with a live card like this. Obviously, Isaac probably goes up. I think there's a good chance that he'll end up getting some good upgrades there. I think Benrahma, being that he is a West Ham player, it's looking a bit difficult for him, but if he gets a goal himself, you know, there's quite a few interesting rules for how the upgrades work on these cards, so it is definitely something that is possible. You know, they have potential there. If we try, I mean, there isn't much being listed right now, so that is one thing. As I say, this filter's a little more loose than some of the other ones we look at. So for the next one, we've got Fantasy Foot Heroes and England. It's the only other filter really that you can get out of this promo without going to a ridiculous value. The fact that Crouch has 5-star skills is very interesting to me, and I might even have to buy him for my team because he would increase the chem on some players. So we'll see what positions that we can whack our Crouch in. What we got optionally? 6-7, striker or centre forward. We might have to get him just to see what he's like. But looking at the value for this guy, he's about 350k. There isn't many. Is if any under 350k? I feel like probably not. So there's nothing under 350. I'd say you can sell him at 355. So with this one, what we're going to do is we are going to go down. EA tax is going to be about 17k. So if we go down by 20k, you're looking at about 3k profit. If we go down by there, you're looking at about an 8 or 9k profit. Now, I don't think that's brilliant, but it is good enough. I think that's a good enough profit to be looking at, especially when you're looking at these cards. You've got that chance of Leslie King coming up as well. If a Leslie King comes up at 330k and you're sniping at 225, you're going to be fuming you missed it. I know you might not know, but it's a loss that you don't want to be risking making. You want to make sure you get every card you can. So with this one, we're going to be trying our best to grab ourselves a Crouch. I do know that it's going to be unlikely. I know that it's going to be difficult. I know that probably someone has to make a massive blunder in order to be listing this card at this value, but we pray that someone who has no idea how much the card is worth gets it and just lists it for 300k. That would be what I need, and it would sort out a good little bit of profit for me. We've got one. Oh, we missed it. We flipping missed it. Oh, we missed it. And now for a quick interim of another pack and an attempt to get you guys more money in the giveaway. Do we get a fantasy foot? We do not. If it's Mbappe, I'll add 30 quid to the giveaway. Gerard Moreno, yay. Now, you may have noticed I'm doing this a bit more quick fire, but I want to get through the methods and get this video out for you in a timely manner. Now, for this one, we've got Al Jabba and Al Orween on this one. Now, you will not really find many Al Orweens because, of course, he is actually still a usable player. You know, even his base card is usable. This guy, a little bit less. You know, I loved him at the start of 30. He was worth like 40k at the start, and I whacked him in my team, and I really enjoyed using him, but people just don't use him as much as they should. He's a very useful card if you are on the bottom end of things. But we're going to try to sell him on for 16,750. EA tax with everything. I think if we go at 15,750, we're probably making about 300 coins, and that would be like the worst case scenario. He's still in packs, although he does have a fancy foot hero available through SBC, and so he is still normally in packs, so there's no change there. You can still pack him as much as you could before, and hopefully people are packing him, getting frustrated. Maybe they'll think, oh, I thought it was a fantasy foot. You know, people were a bit more newbie with the game, and then they might list him low. That's what you got to pray. Sometimes you've actually got to be a bit more, what's the word, psychological, I guess, because there will be some cards like that are packed that make people a bit fuming because, oh, you know, this price range, or oh, why is it so cheap? And then they'll list lower, and then hopefully you can get a better snipe. I feel like that happens especially with Messi and Mbappe and Neymar now. Well, not much Mbappe, but Neymar and Messi, if you pack them, I'd be fuming. You're like, they barely touch 100k. They're not anywhere near worth what they should be. Now, we didn't manage to find one on a snipe, so what we're going to do is we're going to bid all of these up to about 14,500, I'd say is probably the best point. Now, if we win a few of these, we're absolutely gassed because they'll go for an easy 16,750. They will definitely go. Now, obviously, bidding is not always a guarantee. Sometimes you might not even get the cards, but what we have found recently, even with Nketiah the other day, we got some snipes on him. I think they might still be on the transfer list. We might need to relist them. It does usually happen with bidded cards, but if he is still there, if we buy now, there you go. So you got the Nketiah there. We got one of them for 11,750, one for 12,750 and one for 12, and all three of them will sell for 13k or 13,500. I actually think I initially was going to sell them at 14, but I try and speed it up a little bit there. But even at 13k, I mean, EA tax after that one you're making what, like 600-700 coins. That one you're really not making anything. I think that was a mistake listing, or have I listed that one for 13,500? I have listed that for 13,500, so you're making a little bit there. And that one there, 13k and 12k, you're making like 300 coins. So even though they were very easy to get, they'll sell on quickly. It's a very easy way of making coins. Honourable mention for the GOAT filter here. If you go minimum 10-250 forward, League One and PSG, you've got Mbappe and Neymar, and you've also got the likes of Messi. So obviously, Messi being 80k, Neymar being 50, absolutely insane. But you can get some brilliant snipes on these guys. I mean, if you go to 50k there, you've got Neymar there. I mean, how far? I think Messi is obviously a little bit more expensive, which is a little bit weird because there was a massive sort of period where Neymar was the cheaper of the two, but for this one you'd want to maybe grab Neymar for 45k. You're looking at 2.5k profit there, very easy. And once again, this is one where if people pack him, they are going to list low because they're fuming that they find out Neymar's only worth 50k. The one we can do is Premier League, Brazil, Liverpool, and minimum 10-250. With this one you get Fabinho and you also get Alisson. Now obviously Fabinho is the one who's going to come up most, but you've got that chance at Alisson, which is always good. And you know, there's a lot of people who mislist these cards, and you can make a ton off of that. And it's all, I can't lie, the most snipes that you're going to get in terms of profit is always when you get like a ridiculous low listing on a filter like this. You know, when you've got, I'm trying to think of another example with the Man City Portugal filter, perfect example, because you can get, you know, at times one of them will be worth more than the other. Cancelo is always worth more than Ruben Diaz and Bernardo Silva. You pick him up, you're absolutely laughing. But we'll look at 24k for this one here. I mean, after EA tax, you probably want to be selling this guy on for, okay, so there's a few at 23 there. EA's trying to do us over, as always. So 23, roughly 23,500. I'd say EA tax is going to be about 1.2k because that's what it would be at 24. So if we go down to here, that's basically EA tax covered. I'd say go for 21. You can easily get quite a few at 21. It's definitely not a difficult filter, and you've got a ton available. Hopefully, we can grab one quickly to wrap up the video because I do actually have to be on my way out very, very soon. We've got a few TikTok videos that I've made today, so if you do want to check out the TikTok, go check that out as well, because I am trying to do things on all fronts at the moment. But I'm just popping this through. Hopefully we're going to grab one. Sorry, I got distracted by a text and then I start waffling. I go automatic to mid-work kind of conversation. I'm just popping an order through. It is wild how I default to that, but I spend a lot of time at work, so I'm going to blame it on that. We'll give it a 10 count. If we don't find one, I'm going to have to challenge you guys to beat me on the snipes again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.